Hi, my name is Mackenzie, and this is my presentation for my favorite part of the brain, the hippocampus, for psychobiology. For this presentation, I'm going to be defining what the hippocampus is, its location in the brain, its multiple functions, and some diseases that can impair the hippocampus, as well as why this is my favorite part of the brain. The hippocampus is defined as a structure that is a part of the limbic system, which is the part of the brain responsible for our behavioral and emotional responses, located deep within the cerebral hemispheres, that is involved with the formation of long-term declarative memories. The hippocampus curves away from the midline out towards the rostral temporal lobe, and the name actually comes from the Greek word for seahorse because of its unique shape. Another interesting fact about the hippocampus location is that it's located right by the amygdala, which controls emotions like fear, aggression, and anger. And that's a good explanation for why some very traumatic events are very, very vivid for people, because of that close proximity between the hippocampus and the amygdala. And the hippocampus is actually located near your nose, which is why a lot of smells can actually trigger memories for a lot of people. Very specific memories, very specific smells. The hippocampus is incredibly important, and it is involved with learning, memory, and stress. And this involves the formation, organization, and storage of new memories, the formation of long-term memory using long-term potentiation, and the consolidation of memories during sleep. So our hippocampus aids in the initial encoding of information, especially our explicit declarative memories, and then it passes it along to the cerebral cortex to store these memories. Our declarative memory is composed of our semantic memory, which is our memory for language, facts, general knowledge, and concepts, and then our episodic memory, which is our own biographical details of our individual lives and events that happen within our own lives. So memories are consolidated at night during sleep because the hippocampus is active during slow wave stages of sleep, such as stages 3 and 4, and then memories from the day are processed and filed in different areas of the cortex. So another interesting thing about the hippocampus is that a smaller hippocampus can actually be linked to Alzheimer's disease, depression, and stress. And in people with depression, the hippocampus can shrink by up to 20% of the normal size. So Alzheimer's disease is a chronic brain disease that gradually erodes an individual's memory, intellectual abilities, and personality, and eventually even the ability to carry out the simplest tasks. And the size of the hippocampus is related to this because it can be used to diagnose the progress of Alzheimer's disease. And while this is very interesting and intriguing, it's also very, very sad for people who have Alzheimer's disease. But that's why I think it's very important to know more about the hippocampus, because then we can try to find a cure for Alzheimer's disease and similar diseases that we don't have a lot of information about. So damage to the hippocampus can also lead to anterograde amnesia, which is memory loss for information processed following damage to the brain, which therefore causes an individual to have difficulty creating new memories after an incident. So a person after an accident can remember things that happened on that same day, possibly the accident itself, everything before that, but anything after that, they have trouble remembering these events and processing these events and consolidating these events. So the hippocampus is my favorite part of the brain because I think that the structure is basically just very interesting and intriguing, and I'm just grateful that this part of my brain allows me to create new memories and make me essentially who I am. This is my works cited page where I got my information, not including the information from my own brain, my hippocampus, which allowed me to remember this information from our class. And so thank you for watching my presentation about my favorite part of the brain.